Hello, and welcome to Pelletier Craft Studio. If you think you're seeing balloons, guess what? You are. They're everywhere in my room. And that's because, if you don't know, I just had a birthday, but that's okay. I'm still young. Let's take a look at all the things that we've got going on. Today, I'm inviting all of my coastal friends and my lighthouse friends to come and take a look at what we are going to be doing. So, let's start off by taking a look to see what's on my craft table. Look at this. This is just awesome. So I've got these two. They're both from Spellbinders. They are in stock in my store. But as you can see, one is a stencil and one is a die cut. Now, I am not selling these together. And the reason for that being, though I am known for selling bundles together, I'm not selling these two together because independently you can do a card out of just the die cuts, and independently you can do a card out of just the stencils. Either one of them will work just great. But today I'm going to put them all together. And I recommend that you hang out to the end of the video, because at the very end of the video, I'm going to show you a secret. But you got to be here to see it, okay? What can I say? So this particular stencil set has, I think it's 5 stencils. It might be 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's 6. Oh my gosh, I really did miss the numbers on this one. And these stencils are numbered, but they're a little bit tough to see. So when you open up your package of stencils, take the time to look at all corners on both sides. Right there is my 4 on that one. And all of them are on here. But what I'm going to be doing today, I don't necessarily need to know the stencil number. And you're also going to be learning from me today how to take your stencils and expand them. So you don't have to do stencils exactly the way they're laid out. You can do them in so many different ways. Now, one of the things that I absolutely feel like is an absolute must when I'm doing stencils is that I have my sticky mat. Now, this sticky mat is one of the smaller ones, and it does come from our Ulta New Friends, but they do have a bigger one. So if you want a bigger one, not an issue. All you got to do is just kind of give me hints up that you want it, because I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's already in the studio. I'm also going to be teaching you something new today. We've got these cute little things called pounce on the inside of our studio. And I'm going to tell you now, I just love a pounce. Look at how much faster my colors go down. And all I'm doing is just jumping up and down. And that's something every kid loves to do. Right, Claudia? Every kid loves to jump up and down. Claudia's got her headset in. She has no clue I'm talking to her. Oh, there she goes. Now she's figured it out. All right, so what I'm doing is just jumping up and down on it. Now, you've also heard me say, hey, look, you can take these and you can add different shades when you're doing stencils. You don't have to do them all in dark colors. The same thing is true with the cute little pounce. You don't have to do them all in dark colors. But now notice that I am kind of moving around my stencil here. So this stencil is actually a 6x6, but I'm doing it on an A2 card. So I kind of need it to be a little bit different. Now, if you've noticed, I've been making different colors out of this stencil and this pounce, but haven't gone back and put a whole lot of ink back to it. And that's because once you get the ink out of the pounce, you can take it any color direction that you want it to be in. Now from here, I wanted to come back and I wanted to add my tree line. But I had a real problem with this tree line. And the problem wasn't so much the tree line as it is that there's no line all the way across. So, you know what I did? I created my own. I took another stencil and I laid it across the top of the water line so that now I have that straight line that I was looking for. And I can put my trees in here and I know they're not going to be getting all down into my water. Here I go. I got me another pounce. Notice how I know exactly what color pounce I've got based on the top. So when you make the top the same as the inside, then it's so easy to just come back and pick it up, because I know that the top is blue and I know that that's what color I've been working on the inside. The other thing that I like about pants is I think they're pretty reasonably priced. So not only do pantses work very nicely, but they are kind of reasonably priced. Now, I haven't had to replace any of them, but I can see where in time, like with every good brush, you have to replace it. Oh, I think that's so cute. But you know what? I'm one of those crazy women that really would like to have my trees with more than just one line. So as you can see, I do have my trees all put down. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to add more trees. And so all I've done is just moved over my line. And now when I get my pounce and a new color green, notice that I'm not changing my pounce here. I'm still using the exact same one. I am just making them in a different color. And I love this because it makes it so easy to change colors. And it makes it easy for me. Love these sticky mats. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Now, I did want to come back in here. I wanted to go all the way over. Let's put this back down so I don't make a complete and total mess out of this. Y'all know I can do that in a New York minute. And which one did I want? This one? Yeah. Da, 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 da. So you see, I've got all these trees in here, and they're not that hard to do. All I've done is a little bit of pouncing up and down. Got a little bit of a smudge there, so I think I'll go ahead and make that into a tree line too. I'll just make it sort of light. Just because I want you to see that with my pounce, I can make my tree line all different colors. Isn't that cute? I love the way this is coming out. Now, I'm going to be moving on. Let me get my lids back on. Because if you don't know me, you should know that I can put ink on anything. Fingers, anything. Alrighty. So here we go. I'm going to pull these out of the way. I've got my two little pounces. I'm going to put them out of the way. So this time I want to add a few rocks to my stencil. And I decided that when I added those rocks that I wanted to make sure that they were all in the water. And I also wanted to make sure that my rocks don't spread up too high. Now, I'm going to be using my Altenew this time. These are my Altenew brushes. And no particular reason, just because I happen to already have an Altenew brush that's black. I don't want to make a bunch of black brushes around here, because I very, very, very seldom use black when I am doing my stenciling. Very seldom do I grab a black. But this time I wanted to. And no, ladies, this is not going to be 3 individual rocks. It's going to actually work out to be just 1. Let's see if I can remember how I did this. Oh, I know how I did it. Ta-da! Let's see. How did I do that? Oh, it don't matter. I'll just use this one instead. Ooh, I kind of like this one anyway. So as you can see, now I'm going to come back. But this time, I don't want to use anything really dark. So, just like I do with all of my other markers, I am not going to be sticking it down into my ink a whole lot, because I want it to be a gray. I want it to be part of the rock that doesn't have a shadow. So my black's my shadow. Isn't this cute? I just love the way these things come out. Alright, let's add it just a little bit darker, because I want it to look like a shadow. And I also want to be sure that it really does look like a rock. Ooh, look up there. Look up there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do while I have my black with me, and my black is a little bit on the dull side, is I'm going to come back up here to the very top, and I'm going to take my black and I'm just going to make a very, 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 very light cloud up here. And this cloud is actually going to be a little on the gray side. You know, our sky's not always white, ladies. Sometimes it has a tendency to get gray. I'm also going to take my stencil that I could have used with my tree line, and I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to use it again to put down a little bit of gray. Now I am going to be doing some sky up here, but you can see I'm kind of making my sky into a few extra colors. Now I got to get this black closed back up because you know me, I'll be stuck my fingers in it sure as the world. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is I want to come back and I want to add my blue down here at the bottom. So I do have a stencil that will do that. Look at this. Look at this, girls. Here you did, thinking I was just making up my whole thing, right? Well, I wasn't. And I'm going to use a different color. Pounce, pounce, pounce. Notice I'm not rubbing. I'm jumping, okay? We could actually do a song to this one. You know, jump all over me. Cindy ain't even listening, boy.
Oh,
she was.
My ears, what do you mean?
She,
Holy moly.
look at that girl.
Because
Talk
it's your
about.
birthday doesn't mean you can sing.
Cindy said, just because it's my birthday doesn't mean I can sing. Well, you know, all that money my mama gave me for singing lessons.
Yep. It's the money.
I didn't use it for singing lessons. Either that or I had a really bad Professor 1, right? Y'all just really bad. I love the way these little pouncers work. See how they're, I got my stencil up too high. I can just come back, pounce it right in. It'll blend. It'll blend all the way down into that rock for me. And I got it a little bit short up here. Need to get it a little bit closer to the water and trees up here. And I don't want that line there, so I just keep using my little pouncer, pouncing up and down, and that line will go away. Do, 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 do. There we go. I have still missed the side of that rock. Well, you know what? Who wants to be that stubborn? We just won't use the stencil. We'll just pounce it. Isn't that right? Just pounce on it. Wow, isn't that pretty? I love the way this is coming out. But as you can see, you can very, very, very easily make a full card out of just using the pieces that are in the stencil. You wouldn't necessarily have to go back in here and jump down and start putting all of your die cuts down on this, which is the reason that I wanted to make sure that you watched and saw that I can use just my stencils to make my card with. I don't have to have all of that other stuff. Now, if you notice, this time I'm going in here really, really light. And I'm putting in a few clouds. And I like this because I can come back and I can put in a few other clouds. They'll have a different shape simply because I have moved them and I'm offsetting them on my page. But this gives me that opportunity to add extra color on the top of my clouds. So I still have another stencil here that I'm looking for. There it is. So this time I'm going to wipe off my stencil because I want to flip it over. Ha! Have you ever thought about that you can use both sides of your stencils? You don't have to just use one side. You can use them front, back, upside down, up over your head. We could probably even... And yes, I'm using a different kind of brush. I just really want you girls to try out all of these different brushes because each one of them makes a little something different. Each one of them gives you the opportunity to use your brushes a little different. Now here I have got that black ink lid in my picture regardless of what I've done. Now I know you have seen me use my my stencil, my cloud stencil. That one is by Pink Fresh. No, it's not. It's by Lawn Fawn. And so you can use your Lawn Fawn stencil if you want to do your clouds. Haven't showed you, but the Lawn Fawn stencil does work really, really well if you want to come back in there and make your clouds different colors. It works good for that as well. All right. So as you can see, I have added a little bit of gray. I've added a little bit of blue. And I am using just a tiny bit of this light blue to kind of finish it all off, blending it all together. Is that not gorgeous? Look at how pretty that is. I just love it. Now, I do have in my stencils where I could put birds in the sky. If I wanted to put birds down, I could very easily do that as well. Love the way this sky has come out here. But I did tell you ladies that I was going to do a mixture of both the dyes, and I'm going to put it together with my lighthouse as well. So this is where you want to make sure that you've got your sky in a good color right where that lighthouse is going to be. Because if you don't, that lighthouse is going to blend in where that white on your sky is, and I don't want it to do that. So here we go. We're going to put my lighthouse right there. If you haven't gotten your precision glue press, ladies, I got them in stock. At the time that we're recording this video, they are in stock, and I cannot promise you they'll be in stock at the end of this video, but they are in stock right now. How we doing on them, Cindy? We got a few.
Well, we got a couple.
We got a couple. Okay, that's all she's willing to give me is a couple. That's a nice way of her telling us we don't have very many. So now what I'm doing is I am actually using the die cuts to put together my lighthouse. And I'm using it so that I'm also going to have a few dimensionals on this lighthouse. I like this roll. By the way, we've got in a new roll of adhesive that I am just flipped upside down for. That new roll of adhesive that has just come in. I haven't even had a chance to put one over here by my craft table yet. It is the absolute best ever because you can put it down and pick it up. It takes it 30 minutes to get permanent. Up to that point, it's repositionable. Love it. Totally love it. All right. So, there you go. Putting all my lighthouse together. I do want to put just a dot at the top. I do want the top to be a little closer. And you'll see why when I finish up with my card here. All right. Now, I want to get my stripes, and I want to put those on my lighthouse. And woo, so thankful I don't have to do this by hand, aren't you? Woo! That would be a job. So this is super easy to do. Again, with my precision glue press, I just put down a little bit of adhesive, come back in here, put my lighthouse stripe down, it's in place, and I'm done. I also would like to have another stripe right here. So I put a little bit of adhesive there. Pick up my next stripe for my lighthouse. And I'm going to put it right here. If you don't have a precision glue press, you are definitely missing it. Okay, now I want to come back in here and I want to put a door down. And this door is a little bit tough to pick up, so if you'll excuse me for 1 minute, I'm going to use my tweezers to pick it up with. And this again is where this glue press comes in so handy. Because you look, I just put a little tiny dots of glue on there, and then I'm ready to lay this down. Woohoo! Over here beating up housekeeping. Just don't beat the dogs. Now, as if that door wasn't small enough, now I'm going to put down a window, which is like ultra tiny. Put down my adhesive, and then I'm going to come back, just pull it off the top. What I love is there's no adhesive all over everywhere. You know what? I don't even think I've used that. I don't even think I've used my, I'm trying to think now, have I? I don't even think I've used my eraser since I've had my glue press. I can't lose it anymore because it's in my craft caddy. That must have craft caddy. That's awesome too. Alrighty. Putting down just a few little dots on it. And then I'm going to come back in here and put it down. And again, ladies, with my tweezers and with my glue press, no mess. No mess. That is trying to move on me. Let's put that little baby down a little bit more. There we go. There. I'm going to hold that baby down for just a second. All right. So, let's see. What else? I have one more piece I want to put on the bottom part of this lighthouse. And I can do it and hold that piece down as well. That's because my precision glue press does make things so easy to do. I'm going to come right back down here and put this down here. Wow, isn't that pretty? Look at how awesome this lighthouse is coming out. I am really, really loving this. And I do have a second piece to my lighthouse that I'm going to want to put down just to give it that added dimension. And notice, ladies, that I am putting down the adhesive in just the little bitty lines there. Ah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now, I think this is just the perfect lighthouse picture for me. I'm going to put me a little piece right there because I want to put a bird down. Now, I remember I could have stenciled these birds in, but I also have a few die cuts, and I thought, oh, I'll use the die cuts as well. So I've used the die cuts on this one. And even as tiny as these birds are, no glue is getting spread around. And all I'm doing to make sure of that is I'm using my precision glue press and my tweezers. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? So from here, I will go ahead and put it down on my card. And we will have it ready to go to someone for their birthday or for hope you feel better. Cindy would like for me to take and send this to her as an invitation to go to the beach. No? Everybody's so quiet today. Where are they?
Type it away.
Cindy says she is working away to make sure all of these products are right here on the page for you guys to see. Is this not gorgeous? Now, here I have made this full card for you right here online so that you could see it. I, as you saw in the very beginning, have already made this card one time, and I've made it a little bit different from the one that I made today. And one of the ways that I've made it different is one of the things that we will be teaching in our card class in just a few weeks. So if you haven't signed up for that card class, you need to. Right there, I have stamped the word push. And though this card is very, very beautiful and very nice, when I push on this one, my lighthouse lights up. Ladies, I have actually installed a light on the inside of my lighthouse. Now, is that not gorgeous? Oh, so now all of my ships will come in safely. If you want to know how to put the light on the inside of this lighthouse, then you need to come and see me at our class, because that's what I'll be teaching in our upcoming class, how to get that lighthouse to light up. Let me also say that I am really looking forward to showing you how to do things like halos and all kinds of things with our lighting system. And that is for our July class. So if you haven't signed up, you need to go to PelletierCraftStudio.com/classes. And then you can sign up for our classes. We have opened up the classes to have more people than we normally have. And so there are just a few extra spots left. In the meantime, ladies, thank you for coming by and seeing us. And thank you for checking out our lighthouses. They are for sale in our studio right now, but you need to jump over and get them in a hurry. And don't forget your precision glue press, because when your total reaches $75, your shipping's free. Have a dynamite day, ladies. Bye.